Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm here to encourage you, be with you, and express a deep solidarity in these trying times of the COVID pandemic situation. In this context, I would like to express our solidarity with you in reaching out to our people who are in the homes. And therefore, we have suggested that each parish, to the extent possible, to form a COVID care team. I received quite a number of calls from different parishes requesting for assistance of how to form this. We have formulated some guidelines and circulated among you. I would briefly like to speak about it. The COVID care team primarily is a support team for people who are infected positively with this virus. So what we can do best by remaining within our own homes, primarily first, to form a team of maybe 5 or 6 persons. The size depends on the size of your parish. First, you have got to get in touch with the panchayat after forming this team, because the panchayat receives all the information about all those who are positive. So the first instance that you can provide support is to make calls to people who are positive, give them moral, emotional support, pray with them, and you can all do this by remaining within your homes. So if in the COVID care team can engage volunteers and assign different persons from the village who are turning positive, just to accompany them in this journey towards their healing by being with them, monitoring their levels of oxygen, temperature, and if you find there is something which is unusual, to immediately report back to the PHC, to the panchayat. In that manner, we will be supporting our brothers and sisters in their homes, rather than they getting a feeling that they are left alone. I know it is difficult also within families because of the constraint of space. To the extent possible, if this emotional support, prayerful support comes in, it would be beneficial for the person who is going through these hard times. Another way by which we can provide support to them in their home isolation is by daily motivating them, encouraging them to look at the positive side of people, speaking about the recovery rate, telling them about the benefits of keeping a positive mindset. Because doctors are saying fear and anxiety has been the major cause, apart from the virus, from many people turning worse. So your support from your own homes, just making a mere call to them, motivating them, will be a big blessing to the one who's struggling. Another manner of doing this is, how can we avoid the spread of this COVID? When people who are infected can be restrained within their homes, and for them to do that, they need to receive support from outside. And that is the help that we can organize by not engaging directly with them, by making efforts to provide the essentials of provisions of groceries, medicines, whatever they need at their doorstep. So we don't get into a direct contact, but we are still providing assistance. And while providing assistance, we are arresting the spread of virus by keeping the infected person within their own homes. Many persons might have felt the stress of establishing isolation centers through this COVID care teams. That's the last thing we can think about if we think we are confident of that. And even the isolation centers, if we want to establish within our premises, there are 2 ways to do this. First, we can offer the space to the PHC, to the government, but they manage the space. We are not engaged in managing anything. We are only providing the premises. Another way of doing it is, if we want to engage ourselves into establishing these isolation centers, which some of the spaces have been already done in, would be to first take the permission from the collector, from the Pollution Control Board, and also from the Health Department. Without these permissions, we should not venture into establishing the isolation centers. After that, or rather simultaneously, we need to engage the assistance of doctors and nurses, because without having their assistance, we should not venture into establishing isolation centers. So my dear friends, just to sum up this, an COVID care team, you can provide assistance to our brothers and sisters, because it could be anyone, irrespective of their religion, their caste, their creed. Let us reach out to all humanity. We can do this by networking with the panchayats, taking the names of people who are positive, calling them up, motivating them, encouraging them, providing the groceries and other provisions to them, and by doing this we'll be arresting the spread of it. And so, if we come to a conclusion of we want to establish isolation centers, we have to take the necessary precautions. In all this, the financial matters, we have sent it through our appeal to the parishes to please make use of the Good Samaritan Fund of your parish, of the various associations that may have their funds, and if you are still running short of it, please approach the Diocesan Samaritan Fund team to seek provisions. Let us fight this COVID, the second wave, together. Individual efforts, let them be blessed. Join your efforts, the individual efforts, to make a very good, effective team of your parish. Thank you. God bless you.